of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback in his 9th season in the NFL. It's Ryan Tannehill.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Got Gordon open, completes it.
Carolina Panthers.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 83 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Mayfield on play action. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kenneth Murray brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from second to third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On third down, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
Panthers nothing.
Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete here.
Tannehill's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
6-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Good.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Tannehill throwing again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the draw is Taylor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Intended for Tyrell Williams.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
These two teams all tied after one. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action. Mayfield. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
4-yard gain on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 2nd down run for Burkhead. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Tannehill. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Returning is Peppers. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Chicago.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. On the ground, Geis. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Throwing again is Tannehill.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Tannehill. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
A 37-yard attempt.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Bears 10.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
At the 15-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tannehill's pass, incomplete, out of the end zone.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So a very tight first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking. Now 3rd down. Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
The two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Micah Kaiser leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Tannehill. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Open space inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now he dumps this off over the middle. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
That's a gain.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Burkhead. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. First, give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
54, check, watch 54. And watch the leg.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. To the air again, Tannehill. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
A 34-yard attempt.
Vinatieri's kick is good.
Good.
And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. Well, the kicker fest continues. He's been good, though. Knocked through 4 of them now.
If you're the kickers for these two teams, you know what you're doing next week in practice?
Asking for a pay raise?
Yeah, and besides that, you're walking in all the meeting rooms saying, you love us now, don't you? Now you love us because you need us, because that's all we've seen. Kickers scoring all the points.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Bears.
Now it's Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt.
Mayfield's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run. This is Hunt. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 8 yards out. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
Will Lutz lining up.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Following the interception, Mayfield. They'll find Metcalf. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now,
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
a 49-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Keeps the score fair.
Now, this was a clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first down. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run now with Burkhead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tyrell Williams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him. But he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Well, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
Marcus Sherrill's on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 1:09 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down.
Number 27, Kareem Hunt. The ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg.
3.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Bears.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play fake. Mayfield. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And the Bears 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt, he's to the 10. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Hunt going to run for it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bears, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.